Goldylocks Productions provides professional internet, TV, and radio shows in the spiritual and New Age genre.
Thank you for joining me. This is Reverend Bryan Rawls. We have a very special guest this evening, and it's actually to introduce and kind of advertise her book a little bit. And what the good thing about this book is that basically there's not a lot of material on it. There's only material that I have found one other book about this subject, and so I've only found two books about the subject, and one of those books is Conscious Ink by Lisa Barretta. And I will hold this book up for everyone to see, and is Conscious Ink and the Hidden Meaning of Tattoos, Mystical, Magical, and Transformative Art You Dare to Wear. Conscious Ink. And the author's name is Lisa Barretta. So without further ado, I will read a little bit about Lisa Barretta, and she's a very good friend of mine. And what the best thing about this book is, and I feel so honored to be to have this book in my hands, because I'm actually highlighted in chapter 4. So that's the interesting thing about it. But her name is Lisa Barretta. Lisa Barretta is a well-established intuitive counselor, Reiki practitioner, and astrologer. During the past 35 years, she has developed a client base that spans North America, the United Kingdom, and Europe. Lisa Barretta is an authority on consciousness, specializing in spiritual evolution and the paranormal. The executive producer of Surviving Death, a Paranormal Debate. She is also the author of the Book of Transformation and the Street Smart Psychic Guide to Getting a Good Reading. And in Street Smart Psychic Guide to Getting a Good Reading, our co-host, one of our hosts that has the Horizon show, Ellie Hoffberg. So it's very interesting how our paths have mingled throughout our mine and Lisa's professional interaction. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and bring on the wonderful Lisa Barretta.
Hi, Bryan.
Hey, Lisa, how are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful this evening. So I read a little bit about what you do, and also the clientele that you span across. Can you give a little bit of detail to our listeners of exactly who and what authoritative figure you are in your community?
Well, I've been definitely exploring consciousness, astrology, tarot, anything to do in the metaphysical field since I was 14 years old. So I've been doing it a very, very long time. And through the evolution of just the different modalities that I work with the tarot and astrology, I was really drawn to, it's a lot of symbolism.
Mm-hmm.
And, and anything we do metaphysically, a lot is symbolic too. It's, and it got me thinking about tattoos. These are symbols that we're actually embodying. We're going to wear this symbol. It's more than just a charm you put in your pocket and then put away when you're done with it. Where you're embodying the energy of the symbol, the colors of the symbol, and to take it even a step further, the part of your body. And as a Reiki practitioner, I'm aware that certain parts of the body hold certain emotions. So if you put a symbol, a tattoo on a certain part of your body, you can incite maybe a dormant emotion, or maybe even add something to you that you need.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people who need courage may decide that they want to get a tattoo of a tiger, and in some sort of weird symbolic connected sort of way through our own cellular memory, you start to embody what that symbol means. You know, as you know yourself through your tattoos, when I wrote about you in chapter 4, that was fascinating, Brian.
Yes.
It is, honestly, not because you're the host, but one of my favorite chapters. I mean, amazing. Amazing.
Yes,
So,
especially.
I mean, you could probably see through your own tattoos how, really, when you stop to think about it, how empowering they really are.
Yes, and most definitely from the person that was with you to experience the tattoo of it being on your skin, as well as to the experience actually being on the skin, and the people that were experiencing this tattoo with their cellular memory that basically kind of commingles with the energetic grids of reality and basically activate certain energies within our grid systems to activate this conscious ink, as in what the title means.
Well, but a lot of people don't realize, you know, most people are only aware of their physical body and, you know, you have the energetic body.
Yes.
And whenever you pierce that aura, you're opening a portal. So I mentioned in the book, especially in chapter 1, the tattooist you go to, you know, we're talking about a very sacred, ancient, it's a blood ritual. You know, and blood is our life force and blood is our chi. So whenever there's a blood ritual, naturally draws the blood.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how come the tattooist that you go to, you're forming this bond. So you want to make sure this person is of the same mindset as you. Even the shop that you go into, I mean, you're picking up the energy of the shop. Everything is so angled that when you come out, it's through an 8 that they form the symbol. And I know people who have, you know, read the book and have since went to get it tattooed. And I advise them to stay pretty present in that moment, because this ink on your skin is holding space. It's holding space for like a very important moment. You're waking up an archetype inside of you, or maybe adding something to you. You're moving emotion, because just the piercing of the skin, pain is the pathway to awakening. So even that little pain that you felt from the tattoo, you're starting to roll emotions along. That's especially for anybody familiar with massage and body work. You know, that's how come the deeper you push, the more you push that emotion out of the body. So tattoos are really for transformation.
Exactly. Now, I got to thumbing through your book in the before the show, and from what I see from the book is very informative and goes into a lot of detail. And one of the chapters that really stood out to me, besides mine, of course. The chapter number 7, Scars That Wound and Scars That Heal. Can you explain a little bit of information? I only had a brief moment to browse through it, but that one really popped out at me.
Okay. What a lot of people don't realize is when you're getting a tattoo, you're scarring the body. It's this scar. Okay? Sometimes it serves the purpose as if a lot of people get a tattoo because it's helping them overcome some type of emotion that they really need to deal with further. And they're very healing. You know, it makes us look at our journey. They're basically roadmaps to where now we think there are personal limits that we wear. I mean, I personally love tattoos, even more so since I've been talking to people that, you know, all tattoo it. But some people don't realize, what if you get a tattoo and you don't like it? You know, what do you do then? Can you have it removed? Can you have it, you know, a do-over? But it's still in your cellular memory. And chapter 7 deals with, well, how do you transmute that energy? You know, that does with a lot of healing work, working with a healer. Reiki is good, or someone who can do transformative healing. They help you, like, bring that emotion into a certain place where, even though it's a scar, it can be a healing experience also. And there is a story about a woman in there who had a double mastectomy, and I in the chapter with her, her experience around her because she like use that tattoo as a vehicle for like self-awakening. It's amazing what tattoos do, and they're rooted in all the ancient indigenous cultures who were very much aware of the connection to the spiritual realm.
Yes, most definitely. And I know from my experience of working with my tattoos in ritual or in a ritual setting, they are amazing portals to the other realms and stargates, actually to the stars as well. I know I have some many ideas for tattoos, but I just got to get that feeling to go. So I know that you recently received some tattoos that that basically you didn't know that they were going to come into your reality until after you wrote this book. Can you explain a little bit about your artwork?
Exactly. Before I wrote the book, I had one small tattoo on the back of my neck, which was basically just the glyph of my zodiac sign. And at the time when I got it, I didn't have the background on tattoos like I have now because I came in contact with so many tattooists who are really shamans. They take this to the next realm where they know it is a very transformative form of artwork that they're putting on your body. But when I look back, I can see now that tattoo, actually, I got it at a time when I was crossing a threshold in my life, and a lot of things started to happen for me, which kind of, pushed me forward. Most recently, after the book came out, and after I talked to different tattooists and people that had tattoos, I decided to get my second tattoo. But now I knew, let's be very present, research symbols like, well, what do you want to embody? Because your consciousness is going to read that symbol.
Yes.
And it's going to start to filter in through your own matrix of body, mind, and spirit. So I thought about it, and I picked alchemy because that's what I was drawn to, and I drew them out, and I had them. There's on my blog, or on the Facebook page for Conscious Thinking, you can scroll through my tattoo on my. I wanted it on my left arm because symbols that we put on the left side are more what comes from our like intuitive side. The ones that we put on our right side, the body put on symbols on the right side because we feel some sort of mystical way, things that we need to add to our consciousness. So these symbols felt right on the left side. And honestly, I mean, I'm always a skeptical believer. And even though I did all the research, I wanted to see if I get this tattoo, will I feel any different? Will things change? Will I feel better? In all honesty, I can see that other doors have opened up for me since I got the tattoo. So much so that I just got another tattoo a week ago. Now I'm running out of space for tattoos. I like to think, well, now I'm done, but one never knows. My most recent one is on my back. And once again, it's very symbolic. It's not so much a picture. It's like if you would call it a symbol. But it's on my back because that's where we carry a lot of past life memory. And I really sort of meditated a lot and wanted to see what my strengths were prior incarnations, what I wanted to pull forth in this incarnation. So this tattoo is only a week old, but I'm already starting to resonate with the vibration of the colors, the body placement. And it's interesting. Like I said, when you're very present, you're getting that tattoo, it can really open a lot of doors for you, doors that you maybe never thought to explore.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So, so we have a load of phone callers, and these phone callers, they're obviously wanting in to speak to you. So we're going to go ahead and open up the phone lines and bring on our first phone caller. So basically, let everyone know before they come on exactly what it is that you need to know from them to connect into them and answer their question.
Well, if you're calling up, if you have a tattoo and you want to talk about your tattoo or body placement, or you want to just talk about your own personal experience, I can help you out with that, or any type of question, I'm open to it.
Okay. All right, and obviously I am open to giving my intuitive impression as well. So please kind of keep it to only one question, and the call-in number for folks that are watching that have not called in already. The area code is 323-870-3791. Again, that is 323-870-3791. And we are going to go to our first phone caller. And our first phone caller has the area code of 805. 805, first name and question, please.
Hi, this is Donna. My question is about a relationship. I'm not in one. For 2000, a man for a relationship. When's your birthday? April 22nd, 1954. Okay, so you're early degree Taurus?
Mm-hmm.
April 22nd. Yes, I am. One day away from the past. Yes. Okay, something very interesting. The planet Uranus is moving out of Aries, where it's been for about 7 years, and it's going to Taurus. Uranus always brings sudden, unexpected events. It could bring some surprises into your life, and it could shake things up. And I would say something very spontaneous. To bring someone come into your life. I would say book anytime after May, with maybe from May to about October. I feel that it would be a very spontaneous, unexpected, almost a surprise type of experience. Surprise could it be someone from the past or you've not seen in years too. Wow. Oh, that's good. Yeah. So there's a lot of changes for me this year then, huh? Definitely. Uranus always brings a lot of surprises, and some people say, well, it brings upheaval, but there's some people that you can embrace, because whenever you shake things up or move them around, it brings new order into your life. Things aren't boring anymore. It's always a surprise, and it's always something very unexpected.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So be open and be spontaneous. Yeah, and I'll be positive. Yeah, that's wonderful.
So I have something to add real quick. Not too long ago, I received that Uranus has the planetary energies of the temple of the temple of creativity, and within the temple of creativity is where you draw creative expression in ways of connecting with relationships, as well as also connecting with the relationship with self. So what they're saying is, as you connect with other as you start connecting with other people, you will begin to start reestablishing a connection with the self, and they you do this very frequently in your sleep time. So what they say for you to kind of recall is possibly drink some mugwort tea, or you can also place a selenite on bed, or a gypsum rose. That will do is that will recall some of your dreams, also recall some of the past life energies that are in that temple of creativity. So that's just a little bit of wisdom from my guides.
Yeah, because my mother's on the other side, and I was very, very close. I had 2 dreams, 2 different nights that we are celebrating such joy and happiness. So because of the 2 dreams, I don't think I ever felt so much fun.
Exactly.
Something because of the dream, you know?
Exactly. So, so Lisa, how can she get a hold of you?
You can just go to my website, www.lisabarretta, Barretta, and there you can contact me through that website. Okay, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, guys.
You're very welcome. Okay, so let's go on to our next phone caller, and then once we return from our next phone caller, we will continue our interview with Lisa Barretta. And let's go to phone caller 708, area code 708, first name and question. Hello?
We'd like to refinance our mortgage and not be able to, and then we don't. What do you think?
Okay.
What is your birthday?
Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello.
When is your birthday? It's January 7th. January 7th? Okay, so you're Capricorn, so Saturn has just moved into Capricorn. So Saturn sometimes brings, okay, you are trying to restructure something, so that would coincide with you trying to refinance your mortgage, correct? Right. Okay. You're looking into doing this currently, right? Because you want to avoid the next Mercury retrograde, which I believe is sometime in March. So if you're going to work on that, I would try to get everything, all the paperwork, everything lined up before you get into March. And there's a good chance you will be able to restructure it, which means they're carrying the burden a little bit, but then, once you do that, then you start to see things up a little bit. You just have to get used to, like I said, restructuring everything. And Saturn usually will give you, boundaries, but also give you a good foundation. But Saturn is very happy in Capricorn. It's a fluent planet. Oh, okay.
Yes, and also a good thing to understand when refinancing something, they really want you to well, your guides really want you to make sure that this is intuitively led, as in like this is something that that basically feels right to you, or feels as if you can meet its obligations. Okay, so it's all about making sure it resonates within inside you. But I do see as if the refinancing is going to go pretty well, and I feel as if it will be successful.
Well, thank you, Bryan. Appreciate that.
So, please, if you have any other questions, I'm sure that Lisa would be more than happy to help you in a more in-depth reading, and you can go to her website.
Okay.
All right, and Lisa, you want to give your information once more?
Yes, the website is www.lisabarretta.com.
All right. Okay, and thank you for calling in this evening, and we hope that, or we wish you all the luck on your refinancing.
Thank you, Bryan, and thank you for your time and stuff. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so Lisa, now with the astrology, how long have you been a astrologer?
Oh God, I've been an astrologer for well over 40 years.
Very interesting.
That's a long time.
And when you first began astrology, how has astrology changed from then to now?
Well, what a lot of people, have to realize about astrology, it's not so much about prediction as much as telling you, your potential and your possibility. It's about looking at the different pieces of your life. For example, when you have a Saturn return, how can you utilize the energy of Saturn So it doesn't feel like a burden. It doesn't feel limited. So when you know where the planets are, you more or less know as they go around the houses of your own personal chart where you can expect surprises, restrictions, a lot of luck. And the planets do. They have a vibrational pull on us. And it's funny how it works out. Once again, it's a very ancient art for divination. Very sacred art, too. And unfortunately, with centuries, it got watered down to nothing more than your daily horoscope in your inbox, where it's really much more than that. And it is a very useful tool for everything. I mean, I read people who use it, financial advisors, business people, just people making decisions about a job change or where they're at in their life right now. It gives you a perspective of your current direction in life. It's like your astrological GPS, and it keeps you on your path. It helps keep you on your path because it shows you like what you can expect and what you want to do with what is heading your way. So that's where your free will comes in, as choice as what to do with these potential possibilities.
And yes, Lisa is correct about everybody. Everybody utilizes astrologers and astrology due to the simple fact that there are doctors, lawyers, and the most mundane people, and then you also have the most space cadet people like myself as a star seed and obtaining star wisdom and star knowledge. I know I use astrology, and the help from Lisa is beyond words. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have Lisa as a astrologer. So I encourage everyone to check Lisa out. Again, her website is www.lisabarretta.com, and I will give the call-in number once more, and then we're going to go to our phone lines and pick up a few more callers, okay? And our call-in number is 323-870-3791. Again, that is 323-870-3791. And we are going to go to our phone lines, and our phone line next 203. 203. Hello.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Bryan.
Hello.
Hi. I'm a Sagittarius, and I know Saturn is moved into my second house. My rising sign is Virgo, so it's also in my fifth house. I'm most concerned with romance and finance. Okay. Well, Saturn in the fifth house doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to put a damper on things. What it means is you're more serious-minded about we're more selective about who you spend your time with right now. And it also means where you have certain boundaries and limits about what you will and you will not tolerate in the fifth house. Also, the fifth house, a lot of people don't realize it is also a money house as well as the second house. The fifth house is more like money for entertainment, money you enjoy. Sometimes you go to the casino, and if you're responsible under the Saturn transit, have your limits. You may know when to stop. When you're winning, you know when to walk away from the table. Saturn in the second house, that's really, a lot of people are afraid of Saturn, but once again, it gives you the opportunity to structure, build a firm base with things. Maybe you're going to be more mindful of, making sure you put so much away each week, even if it's only $5, but Saturn will help you be very disciplined. And some people, I believe, if I remember correctly, I think Jackson Kennedy Onassis fatally had Saturn in the second house. Daddy. Started out well with some money spending, lots Saturn should give you the backbone to kind of see it through, and it should give you the opportunity to structure things. And when Saturn leaves the sign, it usually means a gift. And a gift could be like, okay, you did good, so here's your reward. And if you're having some tough times, you know, when that Saturn was going through Sagittarius, it was squaring your Virgo sign. So square sometimes is a little sweet. You know, so now you're moving out of that, and now you start to like look at things.
And my impression around your finances, what I am receiving is that finances are going to really be looking very successful and very promising as the energy goes into March and April. They're showing me the third and fourth calendar month. That would be a very good time that basically is for your finances, and also around and they also mentioned something about a loan. I don't know exactly whether you've been thinking about a loan or been looking actively for a loan, but they mentioned something about a loan. Okay, but if you would like to look more deeply into that, I know Lisa can help you, or either I can help you, and I'm pretty sure that we can kind of shed more light upon that for you. You can check out Lisa at her website, or you can check out mine at amagicaljourney.com. But thank you for calling in this evening.
Okay.
All right. Have a wonderful evening. Okay. And now we're kind of going to kind of flip-flop a little bit, but we're going to go back to your book. And while you were speaking to that particular client, what caught my eye about the conscious ink and what is available in it is the different meanings to some of the symbology that you have within the book, such as, like, say for instance, here was one around, like, say for instance, the cardinal signs and the fire signs, say for instance your astrology sign, and what exactly they're for, as in symbology or the picture of the astrological sign. And you have here on each astrological sign has an element that represents one of the energies of life. Now, would you say that could you achieve the same energy by for instance, like a flame? Would you be able to use that for a fire sign?
Absolutely. Now, some symbols have meanings that are non-negotiable, like when you're working with, say, the Seal of Solomon or something. You know, it is what it is. But
Yes.
a flame is a fire element. It doesn't mean you have to be born under a fire sign if you want to get a flame symbol. What it means, fire is for transmutation of energy. So if you need a change in your life, even if you aren't really a tattoo person, you can get a small minimalistic tattoo, because just embodying the energy of the symbol is going to resonate with your consciousness. And or somebody who's too airy may need a symbol that's very grounding. You know, there when you look under the earth sign symbols, and I could have named millions of symbols, but I had limits in the book. But there are certain things that you get to embody more the element of earth, that you need grounding, or people that are having problems in the material world, such as with finances, by embodying maybe these are the same symbols, Brian, when we read the tarot cards. The tarot cards are all symbols, all symbology.
Yes.
And we're reading symbols and what they mean, and, they resonate with our cellular memory, our consciousness, and when you wear the symbol, it gives you more power.
Exactly. But the fact of the matter is, what's so interesting about this book is you don't just give little itty bitty shabby meanings for them. You go really in deep detail with some of the meanings, like the pig or a rooster tattoo on the feet. You said that it's worn by sailors in World War II as a good luck charm to keep the sailor from drowning. That's something I didn't know, and I know a lot of our listeners don't know, and I know a lot of readers wouldn't dare to even think a pig or a rooster tattoo near the foot or on the foot would protect a sailor. And also here at the dagger. Obviously, what would you think of the dagger? I would think it would be something around protection. But you have here, it symbolizes justice, death, war, or confrontation. The dagger appears in many military tattoos, seals, and crests. That's very detailed information. And was this book received, or was some of these descriptions received through channels or from family traditions that you know of symbology with that?
Well, some cultures give a certain meaning. So, like you said, a dagger can mean war. But then somebody who is maybe into the esoteric art, dagger, the amplified can mean protection.
Yes.
It's a tool that they want to embody. So it's your intention when you get that tattoo. It's what is your intention for getting it? That's going to be the driving force, and it gives a lot of weight to the meaning. Also the part of the body, because wherever you put this tattoo, it's going to be within the realms of one of the major chakra centers. So also, are you going to put it someplace close to your root chakra where you're grounding, or is it someplace close to your heart where you really feel a deep emotional connection? The arms show how we embrace life. So when you start to work with everything beyond just the simple, like, part of your body, the energy of your body, your chakras, you're really empowering yourself with the symbol. And what I tell some people to do who maybe want a tattoo where they're not there yet, just get a marker and draw a symbol on your arm and wear it around for a few days and see if your body starts to resonate with that. Just see how things start to change. The same thing, Brian, if you tell somebody to carry around a certain stone, a rose quartz for love, for harmony, for peace. They carry that around, they start to pick up the vibration of the stone. So tattoos are just another form of something that we can use to work with our consciousness.
Yes, exactly. Now, do you feel as if all symbols and images within the tattoo have elemental quality?
I do. Because basically, we are made up of the elements. We're fire, earth, air, water, and ether. This is what our makeup is. So all of it, the symbol can mean a lot. You can get an earth symbol that maybe you want to tattoo in a color that will relate to, like, the water element. So you're combining the energy. And that's what's really cool, because you're basically making your own little ritual, your own little personal spell, your own lucky charm. And you can really work with this symbol. And like I said, when you get that tattoo, it's important to be very present, not just sitting there and thinking about something else. You have to think about that symbol, what it means, part of your body, and how you feel when you're getting it. Because that's the initiation for crossing that threshold. And the fact that it's rooted in wisdom is what I find so fascinating, because its roots are really in magic. And a lot of people forget that we are magical beings. We get in our own way. We don't know how to get out of our own logical head. And that's what comes magic doesn't happen. You have to be open and really embrace your own power to make things happen. And whatever it takes to reinforce that, go for it. Whether it be a tattoo, a crystal, a lucky charm, all of these things work.
Yes, indeed. Now, I have a very interesting person that is going to pop on, and this is my producer and a wonderful friend, Tiffany White. She is a avid tattooist and likes to get tattoos. And she just recently got 2 tattoos not too long ago. So she's going to pop on and speak about her tattoos because she has some very interesting experiences as well as also energies that involve her tattoos. So without further ado, let's bring on Tiffany for a moment. Tiffany?
Hello, everyone, and I'm really excited about the show and about Lisa Barretta being on, and just a big fan of all her books and her work, and so I'm actually honored to be on. Thank you. So, yeah, thank you, and it's how exciting to one just, find out about your book. Actually, I didn't have any tattoos at all. And then I hit 6 years old, and it did change. And I never expected this 30 years. I knew that they were very spiritual to the person who sees them. And so I always like to look at them, someone's tattoos and found it very interesting because it matched the energy of that person. And then I was never really getting tattoos. I was more scared, thinking that it would be like a shot or needle. And then all of a sudden I opened up my needles and got, you know what? If I think again, I'm not opposed to getting them, but it has to be something 24 hours. But in 24 hours, I got detailed pictures. This was the first tattoo was going to be on the right arm. The second tattoo was going to be on the left arm. Oh, wow. So you're feeling something intuitively that wants to come out and speak its voice. It could be an inner archetype. And then on the right side, it could be something that you feel that you're ready to embody a certain energy that you want to embrace into your consciousness. And I'll tell you, after you get it, you really do feel some type of shift in awareness. When you do a conscious tattoo and you're conscious throughout the whole experience, you can feel that shift. And it's almost like a high, aside from the endorphins that are naturally released when you get the tattoo. You walk away and you do feel a sense of personal empowerment and an inner awakening. At least I did. And I know 2 people that got tattoos. They read the book, never had a tattoo, and the same thing. They said it really was quite an experience.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I didn't realize how much of an experience it would be until, and I'm even going to, this is the tattoo parlor, the studio you're going to go to, and here is your tattoo artist name. And you're right to the person. Absolutely beautiful. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman and a very talented tattoo artist. And because I totally agree with you that you need to check it out and make sure first whoever going to this tattoo with you is like you're going to an initiation together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it is really non-sexual. What? Yeah, it's very special between the 2. It's the first on the right arm. And this is thing that I had kept quiet for a long, long time was the simple night in a past life. And so the anniversary when they take it down, October 13th of last year, Friday the 13th, I went and got that tattoo in honor of the brotherhood. And that's right arm, male, right arm, male, the brotherhood. Brotherhood. And left arm was Cobra, because I took something since I was a young girl to help me deal with being a woman in this pathway. It's to embrace that feminine part. So, that's a powerful symbol too. It's very powerful. That, and that was a much deeper, when we were going through this magic, it took 2 sessions. It was a much deeper experience. It really was. And it was like, it was just, I almost cried at one point because it was just so powerful and moving for me. Because it opened the portal to piercing of the skin, actually goes through the aura. It opened that portal, so you let energy in, it lets energy out, and it does wake up something inside of you. I have had people tell me that they had life experiences that they never thought they would have, and they're all really excited about it. You know, and the people that do the tattoos, a lot of tattooists, you know, there's stereotypes that most people have. They don't understand this subculture. They're almost as mystical as the druids, because they have all of this knowledge and something in them. You know, they're artists. And anytime you use your creative force, I mean, right there, that's magic. You know, so people like to do vision boards, whatever works for you. But I find tattoos a beautiful way to let people know that you're authentic. You're not afraid to be yourself, and it goes without judgment. You know, you're wearing that tattoo, and it's about not having any judgment. You don't judge people for having tattoos anymore. And I think we're more open now. So many people have tattoos. I mean, it's more than ever, I think. And they're starting to embrace it. It actually kind of starts to segue in a little bit to spirituality, not religious dogma, but just being very spiritual, comfortable with yourself, and being authentic.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, but
yeah, and you know, Tiffany, that the serpent is depicted in a lot of symbology that of like, say, for instance, Saint Martha, the Dominator. She has a snake around her neck, and then there's also a voodoo Loa named Lubana, and she, I think she has a snake around her neck as well, and that was very interesting about the cobra or the serpent energy, because that right there is transformation, or basically a shedding of a skin, or a shedding of a frequency.
And it's also infinity. When you think, like, sometimes you see the snake eating its own tail.
Yeah, the Ouroboros.
In a circle. Anything in a circle, yeah. Anything in a circle really, you know, circles are sacred. And circles really hold an energy. I tried to incorporate some circles into my 2 most recent tattoos, because I know circles really, they're very, very sacred. And all cultures really hold circles as sacred, even from, like, the Mandelas down to, like, the Celtic circles, even the wheel of the year is a circle, the astrology chart is a circle. Circles are very powerful. And when you think of a cobra, I mean, basically it winds around like a circle. So that's a powerful symbol.
Exactly. Now also I see that you have a story in here, or a testimony in here about a person with memorial artwork of, like, their mom and I think it was a initial. What do you have to say about memorial markings on your skin? Yes.
Well, a lot of people like to do that to honor someone who has passed over, but the woman in the book, she took it to a higher level. She went to Damon Groenthal, who is a transformation tattoo. Damon is high low, high low. He's the only person I found who does this. He's in Canada. It's amazing that he does a transformative healing ceremony after he uses it. But anyway, this woman was Damon's client and her husband had passed over. So she took some of his ashes. She brought the ashes to Damon and he incorporated some of his ashes and actually tattooed his ashes into her tattoo. And she was her way of keeping this connection with him. Some people choose to get a portrait of a deceased loved one, some people get initials. But that's really, when you say that's taking it like a step above what you would normally think.
Exactly.
And it's a way, too, to feel connected to this person, even though they're on the other side or in the spirit world. You're keeping that connection alive.
Yes, most definitely. And with and how did you find all of the testimonies in this book? Did you kind of like hunt them down, or did you go sit in tattoo shops and hang out at tattoo shops during the writing of this book, or how did you go about the interviews and the communications?
Well, I talked to a lot of people that had tattoos. You being one of them, Bryan.
Yes.
You were amazing. Helping with that chapter 4. Damon Rowenchild, he is like what I consider like wow, like he is like your tattooist on steroids. I mean, he's amazing. He provided me with a lot of stories because a lot of his clients have gone through a transformation after they had a tattoo on it. One woman, another woman had an mastectomy, and she wanted a tattoo to cover the scar to bring beauty back into her life. Now, this woman has a background in science, works in the medical field, and she didn't give much credence to anything that would be magical or mystical. Before the tattoo, she always had an annoying pain where she had the mastectomy. So, she didn't think the tattoo was going to do anything. Now, this story, she sent it in her own words. These are her words in the book. After Damon gave her the tattoo, she said she went home, and that night she literally saw black smoke coming out of that spot, and the pain was. And she said, being in the medical profession and basically a scientist, she could not believe herself that embodying this symbol with the right intention, also Damon, who is a mystic in his own right, actually gave her a deeper healing. Now, these are some of the amazing things that happen with tattoos that people aren't aware of. We just see them as pictures on somebody's skin, but they also have a very healing element. You go to the right tattooist, you have the right mindset, and you approach it with almost like the idea that it is a sacred art. It is a very powerful modality for healing, for awakening, and just for self-activation.
Yes, most definitely. So I hate it that our time is almost up, but I want to kind of give everybody I want to basically kind of give everybody a upcoming update about this second full moon in January. So do you have anything to add about this second full moon in January, Lisa?
Well, we're coming up on the full moon, and it is, I believe, an eclipse in the Leo Aquarius axis.
Mm-hmm.
So if everybody remembers that big solar eclipse that we had back in August,
mm-hmm.
This is also a little bit of a tipping point. I do feel that Aquarius and Leos can expect some significant changes, probably more on an emotional level. Probably dealing with things that came about over the summer months. And everybody, depending on where this full moon falls in your chart, your own personal chart, is your rising sign, it's going to have some type of impact on that area of your chart.
Yes. And I just want to add that this upcoming full moon is going to be extra powerful, and a stargate will open up during the eclipse to anchor in this new record that is running smoothly, well, running side by side with the Akashic records. So this is the anchoring of that matrix into this reality. So just be prepared to kind of have your boots shaken and really anchor ourselves into this new matrix. So, Lisa, please, if you do not mind giving some of your information on how the callers can get in contact with you, as well as also how they may be able to purchase your book or any of your books for that matter. The Book of Transformation is an absolutely wonderful book as well. And so is the Street Smart Psychics or Street Smart's Guide to Getting a Good Psychic Reading. And how would you get a hold of you?
The best way to get a hold of me is to go to my website, www.lisabarretta.com, and the books are available on Amazon Worldwide, Amazon UK, Barnes & Noble, and also if you just have a local bookstore, some books require them. If they don't, they can get it. But usually Barnes & Noble and Amazon are your best bet for getting books.
Now, is there a way that you can get a signed autographed copy of your book?
Yes, if they go to the Facebook page for Consciousness, Hidden Meaning of Tattoos, contact me through that page or contact me through my website, and I can provide them with an autographed copy of the book.
Wonderful, because I know that you autographed my book, and I do have to say, this is one book that I will always cherish because this is my only signed book that I own, and I will always keep this book in handy because it is my first ever book that I'm featured in. So yes, and you will always mean the world to me, Lisa, for allowing me to be a testimony in this book. And I just want to thank you.
Everybody can read about your tattoos, chapter 4.
Yes, most definitely. And I do have to say from experience, those tattoos and tattoos in general has definitely opened my eyes to the energy of this matrix, as well as also the energy of reality, period. So definitely get to looking into some ink, and please do get in contact with Lisa Barretta. And I just wanted to say thank you again, Lisa. Do you have any last words of wisdom for everyone?
No, thank you, Bryan. Thank you for having me on, and just hope everybody stays in the moment and be their own authentic self, and that's when magic happens.
Wonderful. And thank you, Lisa. Once again, I would like to thank Tiffany White Sage Woman for producing the Magical Journey show. I would like to thank Goldylocks Productions for producing the Magical Journey show. I would like to thank Lisa Barretta for joining us. And I would like to also thank all the callers. And remember, you all know how to get a hold of me. And I look forward to speaking with you next week, same time, same place. And to be exact, I will speak to you on January 24th of 2018. Let angel wings guide your dreams. Blessed be, and namaste.